Good morning, turtles. It was only 30 seconds, so I had to hit that Insta replay because my gorgeous, beautiful hat almost caught fire. Um, it's Friday. We made it through the week. Well, we've made it through the week thus far because, my day is just now getting started. But man, oh man. So the kid this morning was, I had like a confirmation from the kid this morning that I'm like, okay, I'm nailing it. I introduced school nights. I achieved all of my first to 15th goals. I achieved them all. And I'm like, okay, achievement isn't the thing. Like achievement, doing things that you said you were going to do really isn't that girl. Like, yes, it's good for your confidence to do things you said you're going to do. But what does it mean when you always do things you say you're going to do? Like, it's not hitting it for my confidence that I achieved such goals. Like financial goals, don't care. Social goals, don't care. Like I already did all that. It's the only thing I want in this life, child. It's the only thing I want in this life. Is the only thing that's elusive to me. I don't understand because I'm sitting here and I'm saying, oh, I achieved all those goals, and then I'm running back the whole of 2025, and I'm like, yeah, I achieved all those goals, and then I'm thinking back to like 2015, and I'm like, yeah, I achieved all those goals, and now we're doing 2016 nostalgia, which is fucking crazy because we're nostalgia for a time where the man who is currently president was still the president. Now, granted, 2016, Donald Trump won president to the end. So, like, definitely during the year 2016, Barack Obama was still president. But that was like, I don't know. In 2016, I was having a good time. Here's the thing about like the Donald Trump era. Every iteration of the Donald Trump era has been great for me as an individual person. However, one, I didn't never vote for him, and two, I know it's bad for a lot more people than it is good for me. We were running that back, that 2016 nostalgia back. That was what he kept saying on the campaign trail. He was like, think about it. Remember when Reagan said it? I'm going to say it too. 4 years ago, how was your life? Meanwhile, nobody put two and two together that we was in a goddamn motherfucking pandemic 4 years ago. We also was like, oh yeah, I guess things was cool. And it was when Donald Trump was the president. So now we're doing 10-year-old nostalgia for somebody who ain't never went away. Like he ain't never went away this whole time. He came in and he ain't never went away. That's beside the point. The other point was, I'm going to stop calling out the point. So here it is. I was watching this certain podcast that I really do enjoy. And I have so many ideas for how to enrich the viewing experience of this podcast, in which I am not a part of. I am just a viewer. However, every time I think about it, I'm like, you kind of just have to do it and don't say it. And that's the part of the podcast that kind of takes me out of it. They do a lot of explaining and not just doing. And then on the flip side, I'm like, oh yeah, that's part of what I'm learning here in this medium, is to do it and not just say it. Just do 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 it like Nike. Here's the thing about Nike. In the movie or in the documentary Wild Wild Country, which was about the spiritual advisor or spiritual shaman. I don't actually know what Osho was as far as like the technical term, but it's about Osho. And Osho was finna take them folks up to Iowa, and was it Iowa? It was somewhere in the middle of listen to the thing about the middle of America is this a lot of land. It's a lot of surface that you could just look over. Like when Mufasa was like, look, all the things that the light touches belongs to us. Y'all keep saying it was Africa, but really he was in Iowa. And that's why Simba and Scar got into it, because Scar was like, I really want this Iowa farm. And Simba was like, I'm actually good. You killed my daddy. And what the fuck I want with an Iowa farm? Iowa? Who lives in Iowa? Now, the thing about Iowa is they have Bugs like off of Bugs Life. When Flick went to the city for the first time, them bugs look like aliens. They look like street bugs. They don't have legs. They don't have wings. They don't have antennas. They're just blorbs and blobs of fur and gunk and mush. And they just scloobling down the highway with no legs. Like, how are you moving with all this fur and no legs? What kind of bug are you? And then you jump, but you ain't got no legs. So you're like But you're not a slug because you're not moving like a slug. You're moving like you got legs, but you ain't got no legs. So what's going on? Anyways, the thing about Iowa is that the middle of America is very flat. And the thing is about that is it's very beautiful. And the thing is, and the thing is, and the thing is, and the thing is, and the thing is. I'm crashing out, as you can tell. As the thoughts of trains of thoughts of bane, and banes and fanes and spains and wanes, hanes and cranes and danes. Today I feel silly. I feel delirious. I feel like I'm actively trying not to panic because my tunnel to North Carolina has been sealed. So sure, I could go back. Obviously, I'm not barred from fucking staying in North Carolina, but that feeling that I be having of I could just leave, I can't just leave. That's not an option anymore. And then, like, okay, things are going good with the kid. That's good, but this is just 1 week out of however many more, 6 weeks. Okay, what does that mean? I don't know. You know what? Because the thing about Candace Owens, okay, because Candace Owens has taken reaction content, like react content, like she just reacts to shit and turned it into daytime Oprah. And the goal, the dream, the vibe. I'm trying to do the same, but like Tyra. Tyra Banks is in London selling hot ice cream. Who knows what that means? That sentence is so fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And that is what I've always adored about Tyra Banks. Because, ma'am, what do you mean it's melted drinkable ice cream? Because that sounds like a milkshake to me, but it's not hot, it's melted, but it's ice cream. And that's the point. That's what Tyra Banks, she went to Harvard and taught them business school classes because she's a business genius. Because everybody who mentions Tyra Banks is gonna mention this fuck ass hot ice cream, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? And then at least one in every 6, 7 at least one in every, oh my god, okay, hold on, at least one in every 3 people will Google hot ice cream and then, build up the traffic. She ain't even got hot ice cream in America, but also she's sending it in the mail. Tyra Banks, girl, what are you doing? And that's where I'm like, yeah, that's my mama. What can I say? I'm like candy about Tyra, like, that's my mama. You can, this morning, that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about Keke Palmer because the millennial diva is that's my cousin. Like when I say these people is like my family, kinfolk are my skin folk. I don't get to choose my family, which means I don't get to choose who looks like me, which means I don't get to choose the people who got the same features and the same skin and the same cheekbones and the same lips and the same eyebrow, because there's a certain group of white people who be like, I'm white, but then they have like Neanderthal brow bones where you obviously look Asian or African or Middle Eastern, which is the blend of Asia and Africa. That what y'all look like, but y'all be like, we white. But anyways, Keke Palmer, her mama kissed her on the mouth still. And I just feel like at some point in the natural development of humans, that is weird. And the thing about all the fucking weird ancestral shit that people like to make normal, I'm not with it. And it's not fucking normal that Keke Palmer's mama and daddy kiss her and her siblings on the mouth and everybody kiss each other on the mouth. That's weird. I won't be told otherwise. And it's not like, it's nothing like, that's the family. Your family is your family and y'all interact how y'all interact. And if that's what works for y'all, then the Johnsons, they're strange. And the strange thing about the Johnsons is they like to kiss each other on the mouth. And that's cool. I'm tired. And it's only Friday. And the thing about it is, it's Friday, which means I've already had a day off. I've structured my life where I only give myself one day off. Why? Ask yourself. One must ask themselves, Why? Why would I do such a thing? And it's because I really want to do this. And the thing that's scary and it's making me a little unsettled is that when all the tunnels are closing, but then this thing is not like, it's not bad, but I feel, you just feel crazy because you're like, this is obviously something you can't trust. Like, it's ghosts. It's ghosts. You can't trust the ghosts. However, they're here and they're offering you food and shelter. So thank you, ghost. And thank you, Gob. God Bluth. Every day except for Wednesday.